Today I'm going to make my own insert card bases from this white cardstock, this piece of cardstock here, the pink cardstock, using my scoring tool and Cricut trimmer. And I'm going to use the measurements on this box here because we're going to make a 2-size cards. You can do this technique to make any type of card base that you would like. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the insert, which needs to be 10.1 centimeters by 13.3 centimeters. You can also do this technique in inches as well. So I'm going to find how long this is, 14 by just under 11. So I want to cut this one down to 13.3. So I will need my extendable arm. So I'm lining it up here. So that's going to be 13.3 or 5 1/4. And I always like to take my blade and first of all, put it in the middle and then do most of my cutting towards the straight edge that I've lined it up. Just find I get a much more accurate cut. I'm going to take this away, turn it around. So I'm going to line that up to the edge of my trimmer and do the same thing. And now I have the insert. Now I've just got to do the tricky bit of the card base. So this is card base. Now I need to double that because it's 10.7 by 13.9 and that is folded. So to make the insert card base, we actually need to take this, but actually want to make the measurements for this side here on my line. And it's going to come up as 21.6 or 8.5 inches. And then we're going to create our fold line. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So we need to go with the 21.6 or the 8.5 inches. I'm going to slide that along. And then I need to make sure that I get this to be the correct width, which is 13.9 or 5.5 inches. Next, we need to make sure that we get a nice score line in the middle. Now, folding a piece of paper in half doesn't necessarily give us that nice, crisp card line that we want. So we need to now create a score line in the middle. So visually, you can see I've got it correct. So what we want is where we want our score line. We don't want to use our cutting blade, and I haven't had success with the scoring blade. If you've had success with the scoring blade, just go ahead and use the scoring blade in your trimmer. Now, what we need to be 10.8. Even though the box says 10.7, the conversion of 4 1/4 is 10.78. So we need to find that 4 1/4 or the 10.8 centimeter line and run our scoring blade, our scoring stylus, down the middle. Now, ideally, the next you can see you've got a nice crisp fold. This looks almost identical to this card here. We just need to fold it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close up my trimmer and grab my scraper, and I'm going to carefully fold over, and you can also make any adjustments to your fold at this point as well. So you just want to make sure your fold is accurate at this point. Now start in the middle and work your way out, starting gently. And then once you're really happy, run it over back and forth. And there you go. You've got one insert card with one insert ready for your card mat. If you want to know how I made this card, this insert card, on my Cricut Joy using my card mat with a vinyl decal, check out the links in the description box below. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.